Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Compier.
Please bow your heads as I pray. Almighty God, we thank you that today these trainees become warrior airmen. They are taking a path few are willing to take by putting our country and our freedoms ahead of individual pursuits. I pray that you will bless and guide them in these demanding times. Thank you for placing key people in the lives of these trainees to guide them on their journey. Most recently, they're military training instructors. These MTI's attention to detail, passion for excellence, dedication to mentoring, and involvement in these airmen's lives make helicopter parenting look lazy. Thank you for giving us these world-class individuals. I thank you even more for their parents, grandparents, and other primary caregivers. At times, they may have wondered how things were going to turn out. Yet they persevered, they prayed, and they did the magnanimous thing. They put their kids' well-being above their own. For that, I give you thanks. Finally, God, I reserve my greatest thanks and highest admiration for you. You have blessed and guided our nation. You have given our country freedoms worth dying for. I pray that these newest airmen will have the courage to shoulder the responsibility America now places on them. In one way or another, they will all join the fight to protect America from bad guys. Protect them when they deploy, and strengthen them so that they will outmuscle every foe who tries to infringe on our freedoms. I pray for a decisive end to any strategy that tries to bring terror to the hearts of Americans. May these airmen perform their duties with integrity, service, and excellence. In your holy name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Compier. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Welcome to the Airman's Coin and Retrieve Ceremony. The hosts for today's ceremony are the Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel William Fisher, accompanied by his wife, Jamie. The Superintendent, Air Force Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Chief Master Sergeant Chris Simpson. The Commander, 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel Roy Collins. The Vice Commander, 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel Jeffrey Fowson. The Command Chief, Master Sergeant, 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Chief Master Sergeant Sharon Fuller. Although time does not allow us to introduce all our distinguished guests, the 737 Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoyed today's ceremony. At this time, we would like to recognize basic military training's outstanding performers. These airmen have earned the distinction of being the top graduates of this basic military training class. The Honor Graduate Program permits up to 10% of each graduating class to be recognized as honor graduates. This is both highly competitive and extremely difficult to achieve. To earn the title of honor graduate, each airman must excel in every aspect of basic military training, to include exceptional performance at dormitory inspections, military studies, drill, physical training, and above all, be recommended by the military training instructor and squadron commander. As the airmen are introduced, please hold your applause until the last honor graduate is recognized. From the 320th Training Squadron, Travis French, Cody Gavre, Jonathan Hoffius, Tyler Reeves, Thomas Sorum, Mallard Voigt, Castleyn Medina, Bo Dangles, Mitchell Herringshaw, Jesse Buell, Gregory Carter, Raul Chestnut, Richard Cruz, Brandon Edwards, Seth Ellett, Robert Kirkpatrick, Tyler Murat, Massine Teixeira, Sierra Barrett, Kaylee Mills. From the 321st Training Squadron, Justin Gray, Ian Matthews, Daniel Parrish, Christopher Spiegel, Jerry St. Clair, Kyle Black, Christopher Guillen, James Harrison, Nicholas Lagarda, Keith Martinez, Slade McCord, Bradley Morton, Ethan Shimchak, Chase Tipton, Gary Falco, Robert Green, Paris Hardier, Samantha Castle, Carla Chavez Boizetta, Gabrielle Farrell, Beth Ann Jubert, Alexandria Moneymaker, Caitlin Van Dyke. From the 324th Training Squadron, Michael Dickinson, Rafael Maldonado, Nicholas Martino, Tayton Swanson, Jacob Vincent, Daniel Wellman, Kevin Antoine, Bailey Bauman, Andrew George, Kevin Hill, Christopher Johnson, Jonathan Liang, Christopher McKnight, Kimberly Hart, Kansas Medina, Nautilus Ruiz Cordero, Kali Stevens. From the 331st Training Squadron, Marcus Betts, Cameron Golland, Morgan Hager Perry, Russell Jackson, Nicholas Branahan, Travian Smith, Mazen Barakat, Richard Forrest, Dylan Greco, Randall Kirby, Tyler Mealy, Matthew Rigazzoni, Daniel Vargas, Nicholas Wagner, Samuel Sterrett, Allison Bakken, Tyranny Cade, Alexis Diaz, Emma Harper, Jessica Thielen. How about a nice round of applause for all of our honored graduates? We will now recognize our top graduating airmen for this class. The honor goes to the one airman who has surpassed all others in the challenges of Air Force basic military training. This individual has been selected as the #1 graduate out of 801 graduates. Colonel William Fisher, Commander, Basic Military Training, and Chief Master Sergeant Daniel Simpson, Superintendent, Basic Military Training, will make the presentation. The top graduating airman of this class is from the 320th Training Squadron, Airman Basic Richard Cruz III. Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause for these exceptional airmen? Undergraduates, you are dismissed. Prior to this morning's ceremony, the 737 training group would like to make a special presentation. In August 2009, the Army and the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services established the Naturalization at Basic Training Initiative. This gives non-citizen enlistees the opportunity to naturalize when they graduate from basic training. The Air Force joined this initiative in April 2011. Under this program, USCIS conducts all naturalization processing, including the capture of biometrics, the naturalization interview, and administration of the oath of allegiance, so the recruit is able to graduate basic training as a citizen. To be eligible, a member of the armed forces must demonstrate good moral character, knowledge of the English language, U.S. government history, and attach themselves by taking oath of allegiance to the U.S. Constitution. Standing before you are the Air Force's candidates for this week's graduating class. They have successfully completed. They will be known as United States citizens. Yolanda Alvarez Hernandez from Mexico. Josel Basalo from the Philippines. Lasan Sedane from Palau. Talia Haslo from Peru. Eris Njaguna from Kenya. Susanna Awasu Ansa from Ghana. Kiri Park from South Korea. Yuga Yamashiro from Japan. Albi Luka from Albania. And even Viera Corral from Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as Officer David Holman will come forward and administer the oath of allegiance.
Good morning. Please raise your right hands. Simply acknowledge this oath when I complete this statement. I hereby declare an oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and adjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty of whom or which I hereby been a subject or citizen. That I support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by the law. That I perform work of non-combatant services in the armed forces of the United States when required by the law. and that I'll perform work of national importance under state direction when required by the law, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, so help me God. Congratulations. Please lower your right hands. You are now U.S. citizens.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
They have the same
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments, the 737th Training Group's military training instructor will begin marching the graduates onto the retreat pad for today's ceremony. The flights before you today are named after Air Force pioneers who have made significant contributions to our enlisted heritage. They have special meaning to all airmen, especially those who are transitioning from civilians to warrior airmen of character. Today's graduates make up these heritage flights and will continue to shape our Air Force. In the military, ceremonies are commonly held to accord distinctive honors to national symbols or individuals on special occasions. Ceremonies are also used to display the proficiency and state of training of the airmen in a command, and to promote teamwork and pride in an Air Force organization. Lastly, these ceremonies are used to contribute to public morale by displaying symbolically the strength and unity of the military in support of the nation. All of the movements that you will see them perform today are known as drill. The purpose of drill is to enable a commander or non-commissioned officer, such as the military training instructor, the ability to move their units from one place to another in an orderly manner, to aid in disciplinary training by instilling habits of precision and response to the leaders' orders, and to provide for the development of all airmen in the practice of commanding formations. During the march on, applause is appropriate, but please limit your applause so that others may hear the narration of the squadrons and heritage flights as they pass the fire lane while entering the retreat pad. At the conclusion of the ceremony, please remain in place until the flights are dismissed. Now entering the retreat pad is a 737 Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps from the 321st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, number 14, Murray Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Annette Barron and Technical Sergeant James Davis. They're performing under the direction of Master Sergeant Samuel Johnson. From the 331st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, number 3, Kissling Fly, led by Technical Sergeant Brian Braley. From the 331st Training Squadron, representing the Air Force's first female Chief Master Sergeant, Peterson Fly, led by Technical Sergeant William Barr. From the 331st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, number 13, Bench Fly, led by Technical Sergeant Vanessa Espinoza. From the 331st Training Squadron, representing a Medal of Honor recipient, Smith Fly, led by Technical Sergeant Michael Alberti.
So the families know exactly which city because right. Well, there's no function. I'll show you inside where they have the things.
From the 321st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, number 9, Banneker Fly, led by Technical Sergeant Brandon Walter. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, number 12, Benton Fly, led by Master Sergeant Corey Benedicto. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing the first woman in the Air Force, Blake Flag, led by Technical Sergeant Jermaine Morrow. From the 321st Training Squadron, representing an Air Force Combat Action Medal recipient, Blue Flag, led by Technical Sergeant Daniel Clark. From the 324th Training Squadron, representing the 1st Female Combat Arms Major Command Program Manager, DeProd Waldo Flight, led by Master Sergeant David Lard. From the 324th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force Number 2, Harlow Flag, led by Technical Sergeant Jennifer Bird. From the 324th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Number 15, McKinley Flag, led by Technical Sergeant John Tormey. From the 324th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Number 11, Campanelli Flag, led by Staff Sergeant Johnny Chavez. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Number 6, McCoy Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Jeff Bendine. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Number 7, Andrews Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Rosalind Evans. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Number 8, Harris Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Reynaldo Ulibarri. From the 320th Training Squadron, representing Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Number 10, Dingston Flight, led by Technical Sergeant Rebecca Smith. This morning, we pay special tribute to the men and women before us. They have successfully completed all graduation requirements and have demonstrated they are ready to take their place as airmen in the world's greatest Air Force. We will mark their transition today, trainees to airmen, by presenting them with the coveted Airman's Coin. Today's ceremony celebrates the remarkable accomplishments of this graduating class. Our nation's future rests upon the dedication of this new class of warriors who we honor today. Chief Master Sergeant Simpson will now say a few words.
Trainees, for the last 7.5 weeks, your military training instructors have challenged you to reach your maximum potential, both physically and mentally. They've prepared you for service to our great country and our Air Force. In a moment, they will present you the coveted Airman's Coin, signifying your completion of Air Force basic military training. This simple coin symbolizes our Air Force core values of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. These core values are the price of admission to serve in our Air Force and in earning the title Airman as we team with our joint and coalition partners in completing our assigned missions worldwide. No matter how long you serve in the blue, as of this day, you will be known as an Airman for life. As the Superintendent of Basic Military Training, I hereby acknowledge your completion of basic training graduation requirements and recommend to the Commander that you receive your Airman's Coins. Trainees, today you've earned the title Airman. Congratulations. Military training instructors, you may proceed.
Oh, beautiful. hazmat
Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander, Basic Military Training, Colonel Fisher.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of him now? Colonel Collins, fellow senior leaders, BMT professionals, and especially family and friends, thank you so much for attending today's Airman's Coin Ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor and privilege to introduce to you our nation's newest airman. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take just a moment to explain to you how 3 special groups of people have made this day possible. To the military training instructors, thank you. You are the most perfect. Yes? NTIs, you are the most professional, selfless, dedicated NCOs and senior NCOs in our Air Force. You have invested yourselves into every individual in your flight, and you've molded them into airmen of character. I am so proud to serve beside you and watch as you grow the future of our Air Force. The airmen standing before us today are your legacy. You should be proud of the fact that you make our Air Force better with every airman you train. Now, for the families and friends with us here today, your airmen will speak about their NTIs in ways that you have never heard them speak about anyone ever before. So ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to thank any NTI you see during your stay with us. These NTIs ensure that only those individuals worthy to continue our tradition of honor and our legacy of valor wear the uniform of the world's greatest Air Force. And these NTIs deserve our thanks. Now, for the second group with us here today, our honored guests, the family and friends in the audience with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, just a few short weeks ago, you trusted us with your loved ones. Today, I am proud to report to you that your loved ones are ready to wear the fabric of our nation. You will be amazed at how just 7.5 weeks has transformed them. They are disciplined, focused, motivated, and respectful. They've become a part of something bigger than themselves. Now, it might be hard for them to explain it, but trust me, you will be able to see it. They will stand with our sister services and allies to defend peace and security around the world. Your airmen have joined an elite group and chosen a special way of life, one that will involve sacrifices and time away from family and friends that ordinary citizens would never, ever be expected to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, your love and support will be more important now than ever going forward from today. So to all our families and friends, whether with us here today or with us here in spirit, I am so proud to now include you in our big Air Force family. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. And now to the final group with us here today, the graduating airmen. Airmen, today you stand here different in virtually every aspect of your life. We've tested your mind, your body, and your spirit. You've learned our core values. We've taught you the importance of dignity, respect, and the wingman concept. You will walk tall. You will be more focused. And you will earn the respect of everyone you meet because of the virtue of your new status. So the Airman's coin that you received today is a symbol of recognition of your hard work and your dedication. So Airmen, do not be bashful of your accomplishments. Your hard work and perseverance has earned you the right to be proud. And so today, you shed the title of trainee. Your well-earned title of address is now Airman. You have earned my deepest respect, and I look forward to serving beside you as together we defend the Constitution of the United States. Airmen, welcome to the world's greatest Air Force.
Thank you, Colonel Fisher. Instructors, place your flights at attention. At this time, we'd like to ask all airmen, past and present, to stand and a sign of respect and unity as our newest airmen now recite the Airman's Creed. I am an American airman. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song and the departure of the official party. Thank you. Please be seated. Instructors, place your flights at ease. The 737th Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps has provided musical support for this morning's ceremony. Murray Flight from the 321st Training Squadron under the direction of Technical Sergeant Douglas Cost. These airmen are also in basic military training but have been hand-selected to perform for ceremonies of this type. Immediately following today's ceremony, Colonel Fisher and Chief Simpson will be available for pictures in the lobby. Flight commanders, dismiss your flights. As a reminder, airmen in the Drum and Bugle Corps will be released to their visitors behind the east side bleachers after they have secured their instruments in the buses. Please be careful while exiting the bleachers and while moving onto the retreat pad. For your safety, we also ask that you refrain from running onto the retreat pad. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Please feel free to come forward and congratulate your airmen.
All detail trainees report to the podium. All detail trainees report to the podium immediately. All airmen that received U.S. citizenship today, please report to the podium for your paperwork. All airmen that received U.S. citizenship today, please report to the podium for your paperwork.
That's the long way around. That's amazing. Thanks, guys. Oh, okay.
My whole family is coming out from LA, and so we're going to spend some time with them.
Yeah.
But I get the USA at the same time, from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock. So if you would like to go, just kind of be me, basically.
Okay.
You get a chance to hear a really cool briefing by Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. That Dave works there, so what he does is military one briefing. We're going to have a couple of PIs that come up, and then they're going to answer questions. What's going to happen next is get some volunteers. They're going to treat them like 0-9. They just got to stuff, so it's going to be kind of cool. All right, we can start.